Part 77. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 761. Everyone was astonished. Both of them were young geniuses, and the overflowing energy was so powerful that it distorted the space. This is an invisible disturbance in the field, but people know that the place between the two is the most terrifying place. If ordinary monks enter, they will probably be crushed into pulp. In an instant, there was space between the two people, and countless monks stepped back, fearing that they would be affected by the aura overflowing between the two people, and they were all very afraid. As for Shang Qian, she immediately let Zhou Qing'er and the others back, fearing that they would be affected by the tense atmosphere between the two. At this moment, there were only Qin Feng, Bai Ye and Lan Yu Shanren in the field. Both of them restrained their momentum intentionally or unintentionally, for fear of being affected by Lan Yu. After all, although Lan Yu's cultivation was good, it was far from being comparable to the two of them, and she could not withstand the pressure on them. You too. Lan Yu saw that the atmosphere was not right, and she quickly spoke to stop it, but was interrupted by Bai Ye. Miss Lan, please step back. This is a matter between Qin Feng and me. You don't need to interfere. Master Qin. Lan Yu saw that Bai Ye obviously didn't want her to persuade her, so she looked at Qin Feng. Both of them were the pride of heaven. If they fought, her dragon boat would be destroyed, which would make her feel distressed. It doesn't matter, don't worry, he can't hurt me, he's not my opponent. Qin Feng also interrupted Lan Yu's words, but his eyes when he looked at Lan Yu were extremely soft, and it seemed that the relationship between the two was also very ambiguous. This. Lan Yu's eyes showed a strange look when she heard this. She knew that Qin Feng had no ambiguous thoughts about her at all. The other party deliberately made such an expression and showed such an ambiguous tone just to annoy Bai Ye, which made her unhappy. Know what to say. Sure enough, Bai Ye's expression changed completely after hearing Qin Feng's tone. He attended this party just to build a relationship with Lan Yu. However, when he heard the tone and ambiguous tone of the conversation between the two, it made him very unhappy and he became angry all over. Why are you talking so much? Do you dare to fight with me? Bai Ye said coldly. These two people were actually flirting in front of him, which made him very unhappy. Ye Qingcheng, Shang Qian and others had strange looks on their faces. Although they knew that Qin Feng and Lan Yu had been in contact, they knew that the relationship between them was not close. However, the people around them didn't know that the scene looked more like two people getting jealous and preparing to fight. Many people marveled at the fact that beauty is a disaster, and it is indeed well deserved. Of course, many people know that Lan Yu is indeed extremely charming, with a voluptuous figure and a very pretty face. It is inevitable that the hearts of these two young and energetic talents will fall in love. Not far away, there were monks on other dragon boats, and they looked towards this place. The movement caused here really surprised many people. Holy Son, this person is not qualified to fight with you yet. Let us teach him a lesson for you. At this time, two middle-aged men came out from behind Bai Ye. One of them was a follower of Bai Ye, and the other was Bai Ye's former protector. They were extremely powerful. When Qin Feng heard this, a sneer appeared at the corner of his mouth. He looked at the three of them coldly and said, "Why don't you three come together?" After Qin Feng's words fell, everyone present was shocked. Qin Feng's attempt to challenge the three masters of the White Tiger Holy Land really made people stunned. You must know that the White Tiger Holy Land, not to mention the Holy Son Bai Ye, the two guardians and followers alone are in the 7th level of the princes. The strength of the two is enough to crush the entire audience. And Qin Feng's cultivation level is only at the 1st level of the princes. How can he dare to challenge the three people from the White Tiger Holy Land? Although there are rumors that Qin Feng overturned the entire Yan kingdom, the Emperor of Yan and the Supreme Emperor are both in the realm of great kings. the existence of this kind of living fossil level is a high-ranking heavenly being who can dominate the realm of the princes. Those who form a crushing one. Therefore, people believe that it was the living fossil of the Suzaku Holy Land that really overthrew the Yan state. They only said that Qin Feng overthrew the living fossil of the Yan state in order to promote Qin Feng and spread the qualifications of the Holy Sun. Many people in Qin Emperor City have the same idea. People don't believe that Qin Feng has the strength to defeat the Daqin king. After all, the prince's domain is like a firefly against the bright moon. It is impossible to win. You are just a monk from the first level of the world, and I am enough to suppress you without the Holy Sun taking action. Behind Baiye, two middle-aged men shouted in unison. They stepped forward, all ready to take the lead. In that case, let's go together, both of you. Qin Feng was unmoved. Both of them were at the 7th level of the prince's realm, and their cultivation was even stronger than Baiye's. However, Qin Feng knew that Baiye could become the Holy Sun and definitely possess the body of a king. Although he was a level lower than the two of them, his combat power was definitely better than them. However, if Baiye doesn't take action, then these two followers are just ants to Qin Feng, and fighting alone is not enough for Qin Feng to take action. Of course, these two people are not ordinary people who can become followers of Baiye. They have been practicing for hundreds of years, and their fighting power is extremely terrifying, far superior to ordinary monks. Brush. The two of them took action together, and their aura was surging, and their cultivation in the realm of princes was unleashed, and they fell towards Qin Feng, with a terrifying and frightening power. Qin Feng was fearless. He did not move the God King's shield and attacked forward with the Qin seal. Between his palms and fingers, the moon and the sun were diffused, and two fists blasted forward. This terrible fist shook the dragon boat, and the moon and the sun illuminated the area. What a terrifying energy! When he raised his hand, it was the most original moon and sun in the world. It was really powerful. Many cultivators were moved, because the sun and the moon were the most original energy in the world. Qin Feng flipped his hand and hit two of them. It was really mysterious and powerful, which made people dumbfounded. You know, the moon and the sun did not merge, but shot out two bright light beams. The terrible fist column vibrated, causing the space on the dragon boat to distort. In an instant, the moon and the sun were blasted apart, and the fists of the two hit, and then the fists continued to rush forward and hit the two followers of Baiye. Boom! At this moment, the protective light shields on the two were instantly shattered by Qin Feng, and then the terrible energy acted on them, blasting them all away, and they fell into the lake with a plop. If Qin Feng had not withdrawn most of the energy on the moon and the sun at the last moment, I'm afraid the two would have completely perished under this move. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fa Shi. Chapter 762. I'm in a good mood. I'll spare your lives for the time being. Qin Feng shook his sleeves, as if he had done something inconspicuous. But this scene, in the eyes of everyone, moved many people. Just by meeting each other, Qin Feng blew away the two monks from the 7th level of the princes. It was so easy. It's no wonder that people are surprised. Qin Feng's performance is so relaxed and freehand. He easily crushes the monks from the 7th heaven of the princes with the 1st level of princes. This method really shocks people. So strong. What a powerful move. Who is the other party? It is said that two talented people are jealous of a beauty. I wonder whose jewel it is. On the dragon boat in the distance, people were all talking. A strong man of this level was jealous of a woman. The real owner must be beautiful. Wow! The lake swayed, and the two men broke out of the water and came from the air. They evaporated the lake water on their bodies and landed on the dragon boat. At this moment, the eyes of the two people were extremely terrifying, and their true energy was rolling violently. They were all filled with murderous intent, wanting Qin Feng to take action again. Back off! At this time, Bai Ye scolded, these two people were no match for Qin Feng. If Qin Feng hadn't been merciful, they would have died without a burial place. Holy Son, we have embarrassed you. After hearing the words, the two of them dispersed their true energy and saluted Bai Ye. They had no choice but to lose to Qin Feng. Although they still had the strength to fight, they knew that they were no match for Qin Feng. However, as Bai Ye's follower, he was easily knocked away by the opponent. This undoubtedly made Bai Ye's face very ugly, so the two of them were extremely frightened and wanted to make some remedies. Victory and defeat are common matters for military officers. I will suppress him myself. Bai Ye shouted, and a whirlwind of true energy surged around him. His two followers had confirmed that Qin Feng was indeed qualified to be his opponent, so he prepared to take action himself. Qin Feng, you are qualified to be my opponent, take action. Bai Ye's voice was very cold. In the era of Lan Yu's glory, she had unparalleled beauty. He was very dissatisfied that such a beauty was interested in Qin Feng. He was determined to humiliate Qin Feng in front of Lan Yu to gain face for himself. Brush. Qin Feng was not hypocritical. The other party actually asked him to take action first. He had no reason to refuse. So, he instantly raised his palm and intertwined the light of the lunar and sun in his palm. At this moment, the Taiyan and the sun intertwined to form a fist seal. This fist seal was far more powerful than the one that hit Bai Ye's two followers just now. The terrifying light flooded the place and fell towards Bai Ye. Kill. Bai Ye let out a soft sigh, made fist seals with his hands, and moved towards Qin Feng, trying to challenge the opponent head-on. Boom. In an instant, the fist seals of the two people were connected together. Countless rays of light were turbulent, and terrifying energy light radiated in all directions. The dragon boat shook suddenly, and the formation covering it was completely repeated at this moment, blessing the space where the two of them were. The vast sea of energy light flooded the place. However, the strength of the two people was too terrifying. The terrifying energy waves distorted the void, and the dragon ship sent out huge fluctuations. Many monks were afraid that the dragon ship would be completely destroyed by the bombardment of the two men, so they rose into the air and escaped from the range of the dragon ship. Boom! The dragon boat shook suddenly. Even though it was covered by the formation, it could not withstand the light of the two people at this moment. In an instant, the roof of the dragon boat was directly penetrated, and the energy that diffused caused the dragon boat to shake violently. In the distance, Lan Yu felt heartbroken as she watched her dragon boat being ravaged like this. Although, this dragon boat was just a drop in the bucket to her. However, this was her own property after all. If it was destroyed, of course she would be heartbroken. She murmured in her heart about who she should ask for damages later. Brush. Qin Feng and Bai Ye moved, and they also floated into the void. There was a formation on the dragon boat, which made the two of them helpless. When they came to the top of the lake, the energy was rolling violently, and the space was distorted by the momentum of the two men, leaving countless monks dumbfounded and unable to see through. Some nearby monks who were also in the realm of princes felt their whole bodies trembling when they felt the aura overflowing from the two men. The terrifying aura made them unbearable, and they felt an urge to worship. Let me go, these are two princes, why do they feel like they are almost as good as living fossils? Some princes and monks in the distance were all surprised. These two people were really terrifying. Just the breath that overflowed made people feel palpitated. Both of them have the status of saints' sons, and indeed have outstanding qualifications. I am afraid that they are no match against monks from the same domain as the princes. In the distance, some old men spoke. Qin Feng and Bai Ye were so outstanding. They were like two gods, suspended in the air. Just the overflowing aura made them, the elders, look strange. Boom! The war was about to break out again. Bai Ye's steps were mysterious. He waved his hand and transformed into a bronze mace, coming towards Qin Feng's active skill. Qin Feng was equally fearless. A light spear appeared out of thin air between his palms and penetrated forward. The two used their unparalleled means to transform into weapons and actively attack in the void. The long spear pierced through the void like a dragon, causing many people to gasp. The bronze mace in Bai Ye's hand had turned into a dragon python in the void at this moment, with its fangs and claws bared, swooping towards Qin Feng, looking lifelike. In the void, two light-like weapons collided quickly, like real beasts, and terrible energy rushed in all directions, all of which were extremely real. This was an amazing scene. The dragon python collided with the dragon, and a huge hissing sound came from the void. The terrifying energy made the space distorted, causing everyone present to gasp. They were powerful, and just a casual blow turned into a killing style that was so violent. Such means were really against the sky. This is almost as powerful as the ninth heaven of the lords. No, it's almost as powerful as a living fossil. The might of a great king is no more than this. This scene shocked countless cultivators. As soon as the two of them made their move, they used this killing style. The terrible power pierced through the void. It was really amazing. Boom! The dragon python and the flood dragon collided in the void. The terrible energy fought fiercely. For a moment, the light rain was flying, like the blood of beasts surging in the void, shocking all the spectators present. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 763. This scene was too shocking. The might of Qin Feng and Bai Ye shocked everyone. The two had just come into contact, and they burst out with such divine power. Even the people of the ninth level of the lords could not bear their might. You can imagine how powerful the energy of the two must be. Very strong. Bai Ye was shocked. He had sensed from the previous fight that the opponent's divine power was like the sea. Although he was only at the first level of the lords, the terrible divine power made the opponent's body extremely strong, enough to compete with him. You are not bad either. Qin Feng also said that Bai Ye was worthy of being the eighth son of the White Tiger Holy Land. Although the opponent's cultivation reached the sixth level of the lords, it was comparable to the ninth level of the lords, and even exuded the aura of a king. It was indeed not to be underestimated. This was enough to show that none of the sons of the ancient Holy Land were weak. Such existences were all the top prodigies on the ancient continent, and they were peerless geniuses. This number may not seem like a lot, but if it is divided into each Holy Land, the number is also very considerable, not to mention that there are 8 such geniuses in the White Tiger Holy Land alone. If such a genius grows up, he will become the foundation of a Holy Land sect, the foundation of invincibility in the future, and enough to protect the Holy Land sect for 1,000 years. With your strength, it is indeed worth my full effort. Bai Ye sneered repeatedly, and a terrifying divine power fluctuation burst out from his body, and a terrifying white tiger vision appeared behind him. The white tiger vision's hair fluttered, and the black and white stripes engraved on it looked lifelike, as if it were real. Although the cultivators of the White Tiger Holy Land are in human form, their main ancestors have the blood of the white tiger and are very powerful descendants of the divine beast. Kill! With Bai Ye's low shout, the white tiger vision behind him burst out with terrifying power, suddenly swooped towards Qin Feng, and tore the void. On the body of this white tiger vision, there is a terrible black flame, which makes the void twist. As the descendant of the legendary beast, this black flame has the energy of terrible magic, which ordinary people can't bear at all. At this moment, although Bai Ye only has the 6th level of the prince's cultivation, he has the blessing of the blood of the descendants of the beast, and his strength has been close to the realm of the king, worthy of being the son of the ancient Holy Land. Swish! The void was torn apart, and the white tiger vision rushed towards Qin Feng. The world was twisted, and in the blink of an eye, it came to Qin Feng. Qin Feng was fearless, and the vision of the God King appeared behind him. A scene like him appeared in the world, looking lifelike. Qin Feng suddenly shook forward, and his whole person seemed to be the God King in the world, and the dazzling energy poured down. Interesting. Bai Ye's eyes narrowed, and he put away his contempt in his heart. Although Qin Feng's cultivation was only the first level of the lords, his combat power was extremely amazing. At this moment, he felt the power of the sky superimposed dozens of times. This terrible momentum was extremely heaven-defying. Almost in the blink of an eye, the vision of the God King and the vision of the white tiger collided with each other, and ripples burst out in the air, and dazzling lightning intertwined. Then, a shocking sound spread out. Bai Ye did not move in the void, and Qin Feng on the other side also did not give in at all. He stood in the air, motionless like a pine. On the dragon boat in the distance, many cultivators exclaimed in amazement. The two were evenly matched again. This scene made them unbelievable. After all, in their opinion, Qin Feng was 5 small realms lower than Bai Ye, and his cultivation was completely at a disadvantage. Both of them had the appearance of the Son of God, and the gap would only be greater. However, Qin Feng actually blocked the attack of the 6th-level powerful princes. Such strength is too terrifying. It is beyond the understanding of ordinary people. So scary. Master Bai Ye is worthy of being the holy son of Nanling, and he is definitely a leader. Yes, with such a strong qualification, he is actually the 8th holy son of the White Tiger Holy Land. It is really hard to imagine how terrifying the other 7 holy sons will be. The monks who participated in this event talked about it. While they were shocked, they were also surprised by the strength of the White Tiger Holy Land. As the ancient Holy Land of the White Fox Holy Land, its strength is really terrifying. Among the countless holy lands, it is also a powerful force that ranks among the top. Although the Suzaku Holy Land is also an ancient holy land, it has declined over the years, and its strength is at the bottom of the entire ancient holy land. I didn't expect that Qin Feng, such a stunning man, would appear. It is said that Qin Feng is a descendant of the Qin family in Suanwu City. He has become the holy son of the Suzaku Holy Land. It is really fate. Some people were also very surprised by Qin Feng's performance. Qin Feng was born in the Qin family, but he is the holy son of the Suzaku Holy Land because he was abandoned by the Qin family. But now, he has grown to the current terrifying level in the Suzaku Holy Land, which makes people extremely surprised. Although you are very powerful, you still have no chance against me. Bai Ye was suspended in the air, his hair moved without wind, and black divine flames flowed from his body, burning the void and twisting it. As a descendant of the mythical beast White Tiger, the black and white yin and yang qi were flowing, and the amazing power emitted shocked the cultivators in the distant sky. Everyone can brag. I hope you can still be as confident as you are now. Qin Feng was unmoved. He just used his ordinary strength. Whether it was the critical stone or the 9 forbidden blessings, his strength could be increased 100-fold. To be honest, if the white wild saint in front of him was just like this, he would not be good enough. Then I will suppress you directly and make you convinced. There was a flash of murderous intent in the eyes of the white wild saint. He really couldn't tolerate that a girl he had finally taken a fancy to would actually fall in love with Qin Feng. This made him unacceptable. As the saint of the White Tiger Holy Land, he was actually defeated while competing with others for a Taoist partner. How could he not be angry? And Qin Feng naturally didn't know that the White Tiger Saint in front of him would be so angry. He just wanted to tease the other party, but he never thought that the other party would be so angry. However, he was originally an extremely strong person. Since he was targeted by the other party, there was no reason for him to give in. Moreover, he was able to grow to this level not by taking shortcuts, but by possessing extraordinary means and strong strength. As for Lan Yu, this girl, her family background is extraordinary and her financial resources are strong. Maybe in the future, when destroying the killer dynasty, she can lend a helping hand and provide some material assistance. Naturally, he will not give up. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 764. It is true that as the Holy Son of the White Tiger Holy Land, Baya has extremely outstanding strength and extraordinary fighting ability. However, Qin Feng does have the capital to kill the Dachan king. Although he and the opponent are both holy sons, he is not afraid because he is stronger. It is even too easy for Qin Feng to kill the opponent. However, as the holy son of the ancient Holy Land, he naturally has exquisite methods. Qin Feng is also happy to fight with the opponent, observe the opponent's secret skills, and increase his own power by the way. Combat experience. Brush. Bai Shenzi transformed into a white and black light. His footsteps were mysterious and he killed Qin Feng in an instant. As a descendant of the divine beast, he naturally has extremely amazing attainments in body skills. In an instant, he crossed the void and reached above Qin Feng. At this moment, his arms turned into two beast claws, flowing with yin and yang energy, tearing towards Qin Feng, and the terrible breath was emitted, making the world tremble and the lake boiling. Base. Facing this attack, Qin Feng showed a sneer at the corner of his mouth. He moved his body and disappeared in an instant, turning into a bolt of thunder. Heavenly Immortal Superior Body Dharma Walking. Lei Xingbu turned Qin Feng into a stream of light, and he and Baya bombarded each other in the void. The two of them moved very fast, and in the blink of an eye, they exchanged dozens of moves. Their fist seals collided, and the shaking void trembled continuously, like thunder exploding from the sky, spreading tens of thousands of meters away, making countless people the pain in the eardrums is unbearable. Although Baya's movement skills are also extremely fast, he can only stop Qin Feng's fist because Qin Feng's speed is too fast, which makes him a little stretched. After using a set of White Tiger Divine Fist, he failed to pose any threat to Qin Feng. Instead, his pair of tiger fists spasmed. How is that possible? Baya couldn't believe it. He used the steps inherited from his family and suddenly attacked Qin Feng. The opponent was able to do it with ease, which he couldn't understand. Qin Feng's speed was so fast, it was like turning into thunder and lightning. Every time the two fists fisted, fluctuations were sent out in the void. Terrible sound waves agitated their bodies, making loud noises, and they suffered a lot pressure. Qin Feng, do you only know how to hide? Do you have the guts to fight me head on? Baya was going crazy. He was very passive. Although he was chasing Qin Feng was always a little faster than him and completely avoided the peak of his power. This made him very depressed. Chew. Okay, that's as you wish. Qin Feng stood still. Since he learned Lei Xingbu, he has not used it in actual combat, so this time, he just wanted to confirm Lei Xingbu's ability to cross the void. Qin Feng had already made a shocking move without taking action. He turned into a ray of light and came to Baya in the blink of an eye. The Kinkan seal made him stand on the top of the mountain and punched through the void. Facing Qin Feng's blow, Baya was shocked. He felt how terrifying Qin Feng was. The Kinkan seal actually made him feel a very dangerous aura. He felt that this kind of martial arts might have surpassed the level of Earth Immortal and touched the rumored threshold of Heavenly Immortal. Heaven is the heaven of heavenly immortals and also the Xian Huang heaven of heaven and earth. Are you the only one who possesses the immortal technique? Baya snorted coldly, and a terrifying cold light bloomed in his eyes. As the holy son of the ancient Holy Land, he naturally also possesses extremely terrifying skills. Since Qin Feng no longer dodges, but actually confronts him head-on, he has enough confidence to stop Qin Feng's attack. Boom! The fist seals collided together and erupted with terrifying energy light waves. The void was shaking and the lake surface was boiling. For the first time, all the dragon boats on the lake activated their formations. The dragon boats, which were like magic weapons, all floated into the air, avoiding at a distance for fear of being affected. The sky above the lake suddenly emptied out, and countless monks watched this scene. All of them were shocked and unbelievable. Qin Feng and Bai Ye's fists collided, and the power was completely in contact. The diffused energy light radiated to the surrounding areas, allowing people to quickly see the clues. Under this terrifying bombardment, Qin Feng stood still in the field, while Bai Ye was blasted 8 feet away by Qin Feng. At this moment, Bai Ye was frowning, his face was gloomy, and he felt a gloomy air condensing in his heart, and he suppressed it forcefully. He really couldn't believe that he was defeated when his full-strength attack collided with the opponent's. This was unacceptable to him. You must know that he is not an ordinary person, but the 8th Holy Son of the White Tiger Holy Land. Even some older figures cannot compare with him in strength. He has gone through countless efforts to achieve his current strength. But in front of him, a monk who was younger than him and at a lower level than him was actually able to injure him, which made him doubt his own strength. In fact, Bai Ye's strength is indeed strong enough. He can compete with many strong men. It is only because he encountered monsters like Qin Feng that he seems to be slightly lacking. Being able to fight Qin Feng like this is enough to show his strength. After all, some Dachshund kings are not as terrifying as Qin Feng, but Qin Feng has the strength and means to kill Dachshund kings. Kill. Bai Ye forcibly suppressed the boiling energy and blood in his heart. He came from the air and charged towards Qin Feng. His body was shaking violently, and the yin and yang qi intertwined in his body, and the terrifying demonic flames burned completely. The sacred tiger transforms into yin and yang. Bai Ye shouted angrily, and he dived towards Qin Feng in the void. The 2 qi of yin and yang turned into 2 holy swords, one black and one white, and strangled the void in an instant. Lord Holy Sun seems to be angry. The Holy Sun has been practicing for decades, and this is the first time I have seen him so furious. Is that boy's cultivation really so terrifying? The followers of Bai Ye in the White Tiger Holy Land, as well as some of the monks who came with them, were all talking about it and were shocked. They could see that Bai Ye was really angry at this time, and this situation surprised them very much. It can be seen that the black and white swords are filled with murderous intent in the void, and the terrifying energy breaks through the void, and the power is really strong. Moreover, in the void, behind Bai Ye, a huge white tiger divine form appeared, covering him. He used his 2 qi to transform into a divine sword, intertwined with demonic flames, making people shudder. Swipe. The black and white swords broke through the space. Although they were still far away from Qin Feng, the overflowing killing moves reached in front of Qin Feng. The terrifying sword energy tore through the void, and it came close in the blink of an eye. The holy sword transformed from such terrifying moves was far superior to ordinary earthly immortal weapons, and it was worthy of being the inheritance of the ancient Holy Land. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 765. What's the use of all these bells and whistles? Qin Feng shook his head on the spot. The black and white swords, intertwined, indeed unleashed the power of an immortal. However, Qin Feng possesses even more terrifying martial arts skills. The martial arts skills of the black and white swords are simply scum in front of Qin Feng. Let you see the gap between the two of us. The corners of Qin Feng's mouth curved in a cold arc, and he took out his immortal sword directly. The absolute immortal sword had long been refined into an immortal weapon by him using immortal gold. At this moment, he used the divine phoenix sword to advance into the phoenix divine form. With the blessing of the 9 forbiddens, a heaven-defying aura flowed out. Puff. The terrifying double swords transformed by Bai Ye's divine power became vulnerable when they struck in front of Qin Feng. They were instantly scattered by Qin Feng's phoenix divine form without causing any impact on him. This was an extremely astonishing scene. Qin Feng waved his hand and shot out a phoenix. The phoenix divine form swooped in the void. After defeating Bai Ye's attack, it continued to swoop forward with great momentum. This sword was so brilliant. The immortal sword transformed into a huge phoenix, traveling between heaven and earth. The terrifying energy acted on Bai Ye's body, instantly breaking through his protective defense. Then, under the shocked eyes of everyone, Bai Ye was blown away by Qin Feng's phoenix divine form. While in mid-air, Bai Ye let out a scream. The top-grade earth immortal armor on his body collapsed in an instant, blocking this peerless blow for him. However, at this time, he completely withstood Qin Feng's phoenix god form, and could no longer bear the injury. He opened his mouth and spit out a mouthful of blood, and almost fell into the void. Hiss! Countless monks in the sky gasped. No one expected that Qin Feng's first counterattack would actually injure Bai Ye, the eighth holy son of the White Tiger Holy Land. This method was unparalleled. How is that possible? Bai Ye was suspended in mid-air. He didn't want to believe it. He couldn't accept this sight. As the genius of Nanling, the holy son of the White Tiger, his strength is something few can match in the Holy Land. But facing Qin Feng, he had no room for resistance, which made him very unwilling. It's just that he knows that if he continues to entangle himself, he will not be able to be Qin Feng's opponent, which will only make him more ugly. He knew very well that if Qin Feng hadn't pursued the victory at the last moment, he would have died directly above the lake. How do you say? Qin Feng was suspended in the air. As he waved, he put away the immortal sword. He wounded Bai Ye with one move. He was calm. I lost. Although Bai Ye was extremely reluctant to accept it, he was full of energy and considered himself an upright man. Although it was difficult for him to accept it, he still generously admitted his invincibility. As Bai Ye's words fell, countless monks around him were completely excited. Bai Ye, the Holy Land of the White Tiger Holy Land, was no match against Qin Feng. Moreover, he personally admitted in front of the public that he was not Qin Feng's opponent. The frustration of this personal admission made Bai Ye's face very ugly. Bai Ye's followers were also unable to be confident. It was the first time that they saw their master suffer such a heavy blow and was so frustrated that he gave up. This really refreshed their understanding. You must know that even Bai Ye was injured, but the terrifying power of their clan can make them more courageous as they fight. It is not yet known who will win in the end. As everyone knows, Bai Ye's admission of defeat is enough to show that in his heart, the gap in strength between him and Qin Feng is very large, and it is not enough to use the heavenly talisman to even it out. Qin Feng, I admit that you are indeed very strong, but I will definitely beat you next time we meet. Bai Ye can be considered flexible. He knew that he was no match for Qin Feng at this time, so he admitted it very generously and decided to return to the Holy Land from now on and practice hard. When the time comes, he will come to challenge Qin Feng again and shed his blood for today's shame. Although Qin Feng didn't like Bai Ye very much at first, seeing how upright the other party was at this time made his view of the other party slightly better. I'm waiting for you, but I believe that I will be able to defeat you by then. Qin Feng looked at Bai Ye with a smile. He was very young and not much older than himself, and he was the holy son of the ancient holy land of Nanling. There was no need for the two of them to fight each other directly and kill him. Of course, Qin Feng was not afraid of the White Tiger Holy Land, but felt that there was no need to cause unnecessary trouble. We still don't know who will win when the time comes. Farewell. Bai Ye bowed his hand to Qin Feng, then apologized to Lan Yu, and left with everyone in the sky. The uproar here has dissipated, but people's discussion has just begun. What happened to Qin Feng and the others above the dragon boat was seen by countless other monks. The return of one of the geniuses in such a great defeat really shocked their hearts. Soon, the identities of Qin Feng and Bai Ye were learned by the monks. They were shocked to the extreme after knowing that they were both the sons of the Holy Land. Being able to see two geniuses confront each other at a grand event, this gathering is really worth it. When Bai Ye led the people away, the young disciples invited by Lan Yu to hold the grand party cheered and talked a lot. Qin Feng was so powerful that this method was beyond their reach. At first, the young people who were preparing to have a good relationship with Qin Feng became even more enthusiastic. Some other monks who had shown hostility to Qin Feng also changed their previous attitudes in an instant and became very flattering to Qin Feng. Soon, Lan Yu found another dragon boat, and Qin Feng and his men landed on it. As Lan Yu waved, countless maids entered the dragon boat and put out the nectar again, and the gathering of the geniuses started again. Mr. Qin, your battle with Princess Bai Ye destroyed my dragon boat. How can you accompany me? Lan Yu picked up a glass of wine and came to the front of Qin Feng. She smiled with a smile in her eyes and exhaled like orchids. She smiled at Qin Feng. Ah! You should ask Bai Ye for compensation for this kind of thing. I am just a victim. Qin Feng smiled and stared at Lan Yu. Although compensating a dragon boat was just a drop in the bucket for him. However, the dragon boat was completely damaged by Bai Ye's provocation. How could he be the scapegoat? I don't care. You broke it anyway. You have to accompany me. As for the other half of the compensation, you should pay it first, and then you can ask Bai Ye for it. Lan Yu's cheeks were blushing. She seemed to be a little drunk under the influence of alcohol. She opened her red lips slightly, exhaled orchids, and her eyes were blurred. She looked really shy and charming. Window. Tabula equals window. Tabula. Tabula.push, mode, thumbspeed -01, container, tabula below article thumbnail -300x250, placement, below article thumbnail -300x250, target. Type, mix. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 766. Then do you want me to compensate you? Seeing Lan Yu getting so close, Qin Feng stared at the other party with evil intentions and said, Okay, then why don't you just pledge yourself to me? Lan Yu leaned down, stretched out her green jade fingers, lifted Qin Feng's chin, and blew gently at him. Not to mention how ambiguous the scene was. Countless Tianjiao monks around were stunned. The two of them actually did such an ambiguous thing in public, which made people deeply shocked. Not far away, Qin Feng's little apprentice was very angry. She stared at Lan Yu's towering chest with beautiful eyes, and bit the fruit in front of her angrily, making a crunching sound. For it. Qin Feng was embarrassed. He originally just wanted to tease Lan Yu, but he didn't expect that the other party would be so aggressive and proactive. This was really too much for him. However, as a man, how could he take the initiative to give in on such an occasion, so Qin Feng reached out and took the initiative to hold Lan Yu's waist. Okay, I'm in need of a harem who knows how to manage it. Why don't you just follow me from now on? You think beautifully. Lan Yu was so shy when she heard this. She moved slightly and instantly broke away from Qin Feng's arms, and her cheeks were also very hot. She just deliberately used the power of wine to provoke Qin Feng, but the other party actually hit the snake with a stick, which made her a little shy. Master wife, look at her quickly. She is seducing master, and you don't care. At this time, Zhou Qing'er pursed her lips and complained to Ye Qingcheng on the side. She didn't know whether it was sincere or intentional. Ah, I am not your master wife. Yet Xing Cheng was shocked when she heard this, and then her face became hot. When she looked at Zhou Qing, her eyes suddenly turned bad. Did this girl discover something? As for Zhu Ke, Shang Qian, and others, they all looked at Zhou Qing strangely. This girl knew better than anything else. Hey, forget it if you don't want to. Qin Feng spread his hands, his face was full of smiles, and many people around him tacitly understood it. In their eyes, there seemed to be something fishy between these two people. In this gathering of geniuses, there is no doubt that Qin Feng is the protagonist. Countless monks around him all came forward and toasted to Qin Feng, hoping to win over Qin Feng and them. When the party reached its climax, Lan Yu took the main seat and stated the key points of the party. Fellow Taoists, I have invited you to gather together this time because I actually have something to share. Lan Yu has a slim waist and is rare to be so serious. She is no longer as drunk as before and has regained her former composure. It turns out that Lan Yu got news that on the edge of the Eastern Territory, a monk discovered a secret realm. According to rumors, that secret realm is a small world of kings, which contains the king's talisman, which can enable monks in the realm of princes to improve their realm after obtaining the talisman, and even gain the enlightenment of the king. Once they can obtain the good fortune, their chances of entering the realm of the king's living fossil will be greatly increased. This time, the reason why Lan Yu invited so many geniuses was to unite them to explore the secret realm. Originally, in her plan, with the joining of Qin Feng and Bai Ye, the eighth son of the White Tiger Holy Land, the strength of their team would be greatly increased. When the time comes to explore the secret realm, the results will be sure to be achieved. But now, Bai Ye has been beaten away by Qin Feng, so the core of their team is all placed on Qin Feng. As long as they follow Qin Feng, they can gain a lot when entering the secret realm this time. Of course, this trip to the secret realm was not just for Lan Yu and the others. Some of the holy sons of the Holy Land also organized gatherings and invited many powerful people to join them. There is no doubt that this gathering of geniuses organized by Blue Moon is slightly inferior to that of people from other holy places. According to rumors, there are already several holy places, and many young and powerful people have been attracted to explore the secret realm of the king. Is there such a thing? When Qin Feng heard this, his eyes narrowed. There was still some time before the Holy Lord's birthday. Since there is such a secret realm of the king, it is not impossible to explore it. Since Miss Lan is so kind to meet you, I will definitely help you. The rest of the Tianjiao monks nodded immediately after hearing this. They participated in this gathering this time just to join forces and break into the secret realm together. Now that Qin Feng has joined, they see a great opportunity. Qin Feng is extremely powerful. If they just drink some soup with Qin Feng, they will be exhausted. Master Qin, what do you think? Lan Yu looked at Qin Feng affectionately. Qin Feng had already beaten Bai Ye away. This time she was exploring the secret realm. She could only place her hope on Qin Feng. It's okay, but I won't pay any compensation for the dragon ship. A smile broke out on Qin Feng's face when he heard this. He said half-jokingly that with the king's secret realm, he naturally wanted to explore it. How could he let go of such an opportunity to improve his realm? Mr. Qin is so stingy, okay, then I'll consider myself unlucky. A smile also broke out on Lan Yu's face. This trip to the secret realm might give her a chance to break into the realm of the princes. Behind Qin Feng, Shang Qian, who has the strongest cultivation level, has reached the 8th level of the princes. This trip to the secret realm of the king may allow her to find the opportunity to become a great king. As for other people, they can also significantly improve their cultivation, so Qin Feng is also planning to take all of them with him on this trip to the secret realm. After 3 rounds of wine and 5 dishes, after the party dispersed, Qin Feng and the others agreed to meet in a secret place the next day. At 3 o'clock in the morning, Qin Feng and the others rode on dragon horses and rushed towards the secret realm on the border of the eastern region. The dragon horse that has reached the realm of a king has restrained its realm, but it is still very sacred outside. It has transformed into a giant of more than 10 feet, which is enough to carry all of Qin Feng and the others, which is more than enough. And for the sake of comfort, Qin Feng even took out his Ruyi palace and placed it on the back of Long Ma, and the group of them flew towards the secret realm told by Lan Yu. The morning glow in the sky was brilliant, and countless energies gathered towards the dragons and horses, drowning them and becoming sacred and brilliant. In the Ruyi palace, Qin Feng sat cross-legged. There was a shrunken alchemy furnace in front of him. He threw endless elixirs into it and took advantage of this time to refine the elixir. From time to time, he would throw the refined elixir into the air, and the dragon and horse would swallow it and refine it. Long Ma's physique is similar to Qin Feng's, and such a large amount of ammunition will not cause saturation or sequelae. As long as it has enough energy, it can evolve as brilliantly as Qin Feng, so Qin Feng often takes pills in his spare time to improve the realm of Longma to help himself. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 767. At the same time, Qin Feng also used the purple gold Bagua furnace to refine the Absolute Immortal Sword and the Six Paths Immortal Sword. Countless immortal golds were melted by him. Soon after, the system's prompt sound came, and Qin Feng's Six Paths Immortal Sword and the Absolute Immortal Sword were upgraded to the middle quality of the Celestial Immortal. When the martial arts were finished, Qin Feng and his team came to the top of the king's secret realm, which was located at the junction of the East region and Nanling. Here, the mountains are towering into the clouds, the ancient trees are towering, and countless beasts and birds are roaring loudly, a wild scene. However, at this time, the vast scene here was broken, and tens of thousands of cultivators gathered here, including the Tianjiao of the ancient Holy Land and the sons of gods of many major sects. At this moment, a long queue has formed in front of the secret realm, and countless cultivators want to enter the secret realm. However, there are many cultivators who want to enter the secret realm. Some strong men from the ancient Holy Land spontaneously organized themselves to inspect and verify the cultivators' cultivation. In their opinion, low-level cultivators are not qualified to obtain the inheritance in the secret realm, and even if they enter the secret realm, they can only survive. In order to eliminate some low-level cultivators who want to try their luck, the strong men in the ancient Holy Land spontaneously organized to select cultivators who can enter the secret realm. Qin Feng was also afraid of trouble, so in order to do less trouble, he took the women, put away the dragon horse and Ruyi palace, and lined up at the end of the team. After all, Qin Feng's speed was too fast. He started late, but he had already left Lan Yu and others far behind. He lined up here, on the one hand to reduce trouble, and on the other hand to wait for Lan Yu and others. However, this team itself was lined up in a long queue, and many cultivators were young and vigorous, unlike Qin Feng, who had such good qualities. Sure enough, when a long queue formed behind Qin Feng and others, some cultivators from major sects landed here. These people were born in the Luo Pavilion Holy Land. They all stood together, and they all had the cultivation of the vassal realm. They were so aggressive that they disrupted the team in an instant. The first person was the pride of the Luo Pavilion in the Nanling Holy Land. The other party was the jewel in the crown of the Luo Pavilion Master. Her cultivation had reached the vassal realm, and she was a veritable pride of heaven. Moreover, beside her, there was a group of powerful cultivators, all of whom were in the vassal realm, and they also had the guardians of the vassal eighth heaven. As the young leaders of the ancient Holy Land, they walked forward and immediately shocked countless cultivators. It was really bad that these people cut in line so openly, and those cultivators felt the terrifying aura of these people, and they dared not speak, and could only let go in a huff. After all, the cultivation of the pride of heaven was very powerful, and the guards around him were all powerful beings in the vassal realm. The cultivators queuing here naturally did not dare to provoke them. However, when these people came behind Qin Feng, they found that Qin Feng and others were blocking there, and they had no intention of giving way at all. "Get out of the way, good dogs, don't block the road." The voice of the elder sister of the young master of Luo Pavilion came. Her voice was cold and murderous. These people forced to cut in line. Qin Feng was very unhappy. If the other party just stood in the back honestly, Qin Feng would not intervene. However, these people were not satisfied, and they spoke so badly, which immediately made Qin Feng very dissatisfied. The other party's quality was so low, not only did they cut in line, but they also swore. It was really of low quality. So bad dogs will cut in line. Qin Feng turned his head and frowned. He stared coldly at the cultivator of Luo Pavilion with an extremely dissatisfied expression. "Boy, who do you think you are? You dare to block our way, you're looking for death." The female cultivator from Luo Pavilion was obviously a bully. Qin Feng spoke so rudely when he opened his mouth, which made her very dissatisfied with Qin Feng. She immediately raised her hand and slapped Qin Feng with great power. "Pa!" Qin Feng was not a kind man. At the moment when the other party made a move, he also raised his palm and slapped him. The female cultivator from Luo Pavilion looked contemptuous. Her cultivation reached the second level of the lords, while Qin Feng only had the first level of the lords. She thought she was enough to suppress Qin Feng in front of her, so she was fearless and did not dodge. However, the next night, a shocking event happened. Qin Feng came first after the attack. This palm was extremely powerful under the blessing of the 8 forbiddens. He took the lead and slapped the female cultivator in the face. Puff! The female cultivator simply couldn't bear it. Under Qin Feng's palm strike, the punch she threw out instantly disintegrated, and the whole person was blown away by Qin Feng and fell into the mountains. If Qin Feng hadn't restrained his breath at the last moment, he would have smashed the other party's head with another slap. At this time, the other party's face had swollen like a pig's head, and his original appearance could not be seen, but his life was not in danger. Oh my God! Many cultivators in Luo Pavilion were all shocked and dropped their jaws. The female cultivator was a senior sister of Luo Pavilion. Although the other party's cultivation reached the second level of the lords, it was not the strongest, but it was also extraordinary. Unexpectedly, the boy in front of him defeated the other party with one move. Who is this person? It is really hard to understand. Qin Feng came later and defeated a senior sister of Luo Pavilion. This moment made Li Luan, the proud girl of heaven, very interested. She stood not far from Qin Feng, with a terrifying cold light flowing in her eyes. As the proud daughter of Luo Pavilion, no one dared to stop her steps. As the proud daughter of Nanling, her name was very loud. Many people would recognize them immediately when they saw them from afar. However, the cultivator in front of him was so arrogant that he didn't give him face. "Boy, do you know who our young lady is? Don't you want to live?" The female cultivator who was slapped away by Qin Feng stood up. She glared at Qin Feng and asked. She knew that she was not Qin Feng's opponent, so she could only use her young master to suppress the other party. "I don't care who your young master is. You not only cut in line, but also dare to speak rudely. Get out of the way, otherwise you will be killed without mercy." Qin Feng's eyes were cold. He faced dozens of masters of Luo Pavilion alone, and he seemed fearless and not panicked at all. In his opinion, even if you have a great status, you should not cut in line, not to mention that others have given way on their own initiative, but this Xiren still speaks rudely to those monks who gave way. Such a person is really too bad. Qin Feng is not a good man or a believer. He will not indulge these people's bad habits. If they dare to provoke him, he doesn't mind exposing the sky. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fa Shi. Chapter 768. You put. Before the female monk from Luo Pavilion finished speaking, she was directly interrupted by Qin Feng raising her hand again. His speed was too fast, and he slapped the opponent's face again, leaving a clear 5-finger mark. At this moment, the female monk immediately swallowed the harsh words she was about to say, because she found that the other party was not taboo about meat and vegetables, but she did not find out how Qin Feng would do it. This is enough to show that the opponent's fighting power is many times more terrifying than hers, and she has no power to fight back. That's enough. At this time, Li Luan, the young master of Luo Pavilion, said that she was looking at Qin Feng Dao beside her with interest. Qin Feng was so young, and with his first-level cultivation, he defeated her second-level senior sister. This person's qualifications were enough to impress her. Sir, this is all my senior sister's fault. I apologize to you on her behalf. Li Luan, the young master of Luo Pavilion, said softly, with a little sparkle in her eyes, as if she really admitted her mistake. The people around were very surprised when they heard this. This was the first time they saw Li Luan, the young master of Luo Pavilion, being so polite to a young monk. Originally, Qin Feng had no murderous intention and just wanted to teach the other party a lesson. Now that the other party had admitted his mistake, he had no reason to kill them all. So he Juding gave the other party a face and ignored the matter. The crowd of people watching were all dumbfounded. This young man actually directly forced the strong man from Luo Pavilion to admit defeat. Who is this person? Li Luanzi knew that if he hadn't asked for mercy, the young man in front of him might have killed the monk from Luo Pavilion. Many people were surprised. It was obvious that the other party did not take Luo Pavilion seriously. Such qualifications were really extraordinary. I don't know what to call this brother. I am Li Luan from Luo Pavilion. This secret realm is extremely terrifying. If you are interested, we can join forces. Li Luan, the proud daughter of heaven in Luo Pavilion, looked at Qin Feng with bright eyes. This was the first time she had seen such a young man who did not take his team seriously, which made her feel a little interesting. This contrasting attitude towards her gave her a sense of freshness. Are we familiar? Qin Feng was too lazy to pay attention to the other party. If the female monk in front of him hadn't spoken politely, he wouldn't even want to pay attention to her. Since the young master doesn't want to make friends with us, the little girl will leave first. Li Luan, the young master of Luo Pavilion, was not angry when she heard this. In her opinion, Qin Feng was really interesting. With Qin Feng's level of cultivation, when he enters the secret realm, he may be surrounded by dangers. When the time comes, he only needs to lend a helping hand to win the other party to his side. As Li Luan from Luo Pavilion finished speaking, she immediately led the people around and rushed forward from the side. At this moment, they were not driving away the crowd, but passing by, which made Zhou Qing'er and others suspicious. Although the opponent is not disrupting the team, it is obvious that they still want to jump in the queue. Qin Feng also frowned slightly. The young master of Luo Pavilion acted in such a way that the good impression he had in his heart instantly disappeared. Although the other party became friendly verbally, he still wanted to jump in line. It was obvious that he was only superficial. At this moment, there was a sound of breaking through the sky, and Lan Yu landed next to Qin Feng with several followers. Master Qin, why are you waiting here? Are you waiting in line? Lan Yu saw that Qin Feng and the others were still at the end of the queue, so she wondered. They were surprised to see that Qin Feng's cultivation level would actually line up honestly. This really surprised them. Yeah, what's wrong? Qin Feng said, now that the ancient Holy Land is in charge of order, isn't it normal for them to line up to enter the secret realm? What's more, I obviously wanted to wait for people like Lan Yu, but these people found it very strange and really a bit baffling. Ha 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 ha, the heroes of the ancient Holy Land have special passages. The people queuing up here are all casual cultivators, so we naturally have priority. Lan Yu immediately explained to Qin Feng that when they entered the secret realm this time, they were actually divided into two teams. One team of casual cultivators had a large number of people. The monks from the Grand Sect and the Holy Land will enter through another portal and will not be hindered by such a team at all. So that's it? Qin Feng nodded when he heard this. Sure enough, privilege is the same in every world. However, since he wanted to do as the Romans do, Qin Feng naturally refused to accept anyone who came, so they, led by Lan Yu and others, rushed from one side to the other entrance. Many monks on the spot looked at each other. The opponent was so strong. The reason why they were still lining up here was because they didn't know there was another passage. However, Qin Feng's character of being jealous of evil made them have a great impression of Qin Feng. Soon after, Qin Feng and the others came to another entrance, which was already crowded with people, all of whom were the geniuses and powerful men of the Holy Land sect. When Qin Feng landed with the girls, he immediately discovered the monks from Luo Pavilion, but Li Luan, the proud daughter of heaven, was not among them. Who was causing trouble in the crowd just now? At this time, there was a commotion in the crowd, and a group of monks surrounded Qin Feng and others. There were many of them, nearly 100 in number, and the leader of them had a very powerful cultivation aura, reaching the 9th level of the princes. This person is the strong man nominated by the major holy places to maintain order. It is clear that Qin Feng and his team were queuing up at another team of cultivators just now, but they were blocked here. It is obviously impossible to say that there is no trick in this. Sure enough, Qin Feng found some people from Luo Pavilion looking at Qin Feng with ill intentions. This matter must be related to these people. Are you talking about here? Of course, no one is making trouble here. Qin Feng stared at the strong man in front of him calmly. He didn't like to cause trouble, but if trouble came to him, he didn't mind solving it. What's going on? Why did I hear that you were the first to hurt people? The face of the strong man who maintained order sank, and he released a huge pressure from his body, suppressing Qin Feng, wanting the other party to surrender and admit his mistakes. In response, Qin Feng was unmoved. It was obviously the cultivator of Luo Pavilion who started the trouble just now. He was just fighting back and slapping the cultivator in the face. If he said that he was the first to attack, it would be extremely unreasonable. It was obviously the other party who attacked first, and when he fought back, he was the first to attack. It could only be said that his attack speed was too fast, but he was definitely not the first to attack. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 769. Although Qin Feng was talking freely, he actually didn't know that although this powerful man who guards the order was praised by people, he had another identity. The other party was the elder brother of Luo Pavilion, so even if Qin Feng was not wrong, he would save face for the cultivators in his clan. What's going on? Those people cut in line and wanted to beat people. I was just defending myself. Qin Feng didn't care about the pressure from the other party. He didn't have any fear at all. Although this person's cultivation reached the 9th level of the lords, it was not enough for him. At this moment, seeing that the other party intended to use pressure to cover him and make him surrender, Qin Feng instantly activated the 9 prohibitions, and the power of the God King emerged on his body, and with Pangu's momentum, he covered the other party instead. This terrible pressure only acted on the body of Luo Venerable, and was not sensed by others. However, Luo Venerable there bore Qin Feng's pressure. He was extremely shocked. The whole person stood in place, with a look of extreme horror in his eyes. The cultivator in front of him was so young, but he could resist his pressure and fight back. This kind of talent was definitely not an ordinary person. Therefore, this made the contempt in his heart completely restrained. He knew that Qin Feng was very strong and his background must be extraordinary, so he couldn't make trouble here and cause trouble for him, otherwise there would be endless troubles. "Who are you, kid? How dare you be rude to the elders?" At this time, behind the venerable Luo, a cultivator stood up instantly. In his opinion, Qin Feng was just a little cultivator and was not qualified to talk to the elders of Luo Pavilion. "Pa! Get out, do you have the right to speak here?" The venerable of Luo Pavilion heard this, and he slapped the cultivator in the face and scolded him. The cultivator was slapped suddenly, and he was stunned. He trembled all over and retreated into the crowd, not daring to speak again. However, his eyes were full of resentment when he looked at Qin Feng. His cultivation had reached the 6th level of the feudal lords. He originally wanted to please the Luo Venerable, but he didn't expect that he didn't flatter him well and was slapped in the face. So, he held all the grudges on Qin Feng, and secretly made up his mind that once he met Qin Feng in the secret realm, no matter what the other party's identity was, he would kill the other party to vent his hatred. Moreover, he saw that the beautiful women surrounding Qin Feng were all very beautiful, which made him more determined that the other party must be a young man from an unknown family, which made the Luo Venerable so cautious. In his opinion, such young men were all silver-plated spearheads. Although their strength seemed good, their combat effectiveness was definitely greatly reduced. "This young master is right. Thank you for maintaining order for us." Luo Venerable spoke quickly with an extremely sincere attitude. There was no way. Qin Feng's pressure frightened him. He believed that the background of the cultivator with such pressure was absolutely immeasurable. The attitude of the Luo Venerable petrified all the people around him. They were stunned. People knew that the Luo Venerable was born in a holy land and had superb qualifications. Otherwise, he would not be respected by people as the maintainer of order in the secret realm. Even he was respectful to Qin Feng. Obviously, Qin Feng's identity must be extremely noble. No one knew who he was. Well, those who know their mistakes and can correct them are good comrades. Let's go. Qin Feng immediately took over the conversation. His face was extremely serious, as if he had really become the boss of this place. "Yes, the young master taught us very well. We neglected it. What is your name, young master?" The Luo needleman was very sincere. He was shocked by Qin Feng's pressure. The pressure that enveloped him even made him feel frightened. You know, his cultivation has reached the 9th level of the lords, and he is a well-known cultivator in Nanling. However, the momentum released by Qin Feng made him feel like he wanted to surrender. Such a breath really frightened him. You know, the Fire Venerable's true body is actually a tiger. The other party has a strong aptitude. Although the tiger demon who has cultivated to the transformation has a trace of divine beast blood, it is extremely thin. However, as the king of beasts, he still has a very terrifying pressure, but he can't bear Qin Feng's momentum, so he thinks Qin Feng is more extraordinary. "I am Bai Ye, you go down to maintain order." Qin Feng said leisurely, and casually said the name of the previous Bai Ye saint, letting that guy take the blame for himself. "So it's Bai Ye saint, I'm sorry, I'll go now." Luo Venerable was terrified. Although he had never seen Bai Ye, he knew the other party's name. As the saint of the White Tiger Holy Land, Bai Ye can have such a terrifying pressure and suppress him. This is natural. So, he didn't dare to neglect it, and immediately ordered to take everyone to other places to maintain order. Lan Yu on the side showed a strange look on her face. She felt that Qin Feng was really full of bad water and very black-bellied. In fact, Qin Feng did use his fiery eyes to discover the true form of the Luo Venerable. So he casually said Bai Ye's name. Bai Ye has the blood of a divine beast, and the other party will definitely not doubt it. Some of the cultivators around were shocked when they heard it. It turned out that the other party was a cultivator from the White Tiger Holy Land. No wonder he was so powerful. Of course, some people were suspicious. The Holy Son of the White Tiger Holy Land did not seem to be like this. And some people who have seen Baye just thought that Baye deliberately changed his appearance in order to enter the secret realm, so they didn't think much about it. After all, at this time, not everyone dared to pretend to be the son of the ancient Holy Land. The ancient Holy Land was extremely powerful. Impersonating the son of the Holy Land was like hanging oneself to death. In the crowd, some female monks heard that Qin Feng was Baye, the son of the White Tiger Holy Land, and their eyes were full of peach blossoms. As the son of the White Tiger Holy Land, the other party was not only handsome, but also had a strong sense of justice, which really made people like him more. Rumor has it that the monks of the Holy Land are all high and mighty, but people know that Qin Feng really queued up honestly before. If he hadn't been called by his friends, the other party might still be queuing up without any heirs. This made many girls feel good about Qin Feng. If they could get the other party's favor and marry into the White Tiger Holy Land, their future would also be soaring. In an instant, countless beautiful women gathered around Qin Feng. They were all as beautiful as peach blossoms, and they exuded the fragrance of virginity. They were like a group of butterflies, making Qin Feng feel like he was in a sea of flowers. Window. Tabula equals window. Tabula. Tabula.push, mode, thumbs feed -01, container, tabula below article thumbnail -300x250, placement, below article thumbnail -300x250, target. Type, mix. Invincible Scratch Lottery System. Author, Xiankong Fashi. Chapter 770. Qin Feng had a wry smile on his face. He really had no way to deal with these people. The other party had no ill intentions, so he couldn't beat them all out. However, Zhou Qing'er and others did not have such a good temper. They stepped forward directly, separated everyone from Qin Feng, and glared at everyone around them. Under the pressure of Shang Qian's strong momentum, countless girls were frightened. Although some powerful girls still wanted to move forward, Qin Feng took this opportunity to lead everyone out. They came to the portal of the secret realm. In front of the portal of the secret realm, there was a detection array composed of formation stones. All monks must be approved by the formation to ensure that the monks who enter have infinite power and will not be torn apart by the restrictions at the door when passing through the portal. Of course, some low-level monks, even if they are not recognized by the formation, can still be protected by their elders and enter it safely. There are also some monks here who have obtained jade from the secret realm. This jade can allow some low-level monks to gain recognition from the secret realm and not be torn apart by restrictions. Just when Qin Feng and the girls were preparing to enter the secret realm, a monk blocked their way. These people are all monks organized to maintain order in the Holy Land of the family. These people have always set their sights on the top, and they will also use this trip to the secret realm to gather some cultivation resources. When they saw that Qin Feng's group of monks was not led by an elder and was accompanied by a group of beauties with low cultivation, they immediately thought that they had been taken advantage of. "Sir, it is very dangerous for your level to enter the secret realm. I have some jade stones from the secret realm that can be banned and recognized. You can enter it safely with only 100,000 spiritual stones." More than a dozen powerful monks surrounded Qin Feng and others. Everyone knew that those who could enter the secret realm from here were all children of aristocratic families, and the whole team was extremely rich. These people came from a great section. Seeing that Qin Feng and others were not very high level, they felt that they could make a fortune. After all, some disciples from aristocratic families would not care if they surrounded their beloved wives and beautiful concubines without the threat of restraint. 3 walnuts and 2 dates. Well, do you think we need this kind of jade? Qin Feng's eyes stood up. These people obviously wanted to rip off customers. Was he so like the one who was taken advantage of? Let's not talk about his cultivation level. Shang Qian and Lan Yu's followers are not ordinary people. They all have strong strength. Qin Feng turned to look behind him, and immediately, a strange look appeared on his face, because at some point Shang Qian and others started to lower their cultivation level. No wonder these people felt that they were taken advantage of. Brother, for the sake of safety, I suggest you buy some jade. After all, the secret realm is very dangerous. One of the middle-aged men stepped forward, showing terrifying pressure on his body, obviously wanting to force Qin Feng. At this time, Venerable Luo came from the air. He raised his hand and slapped the monk in the face. What are you looking for? The middle-aged monk shouted angrily, and then he turned around and found that it was Venerable Luo from Luo Pavilion who had taken action against him. In an instant, he said what he was about to say and swallowed it back. Blinding your dog eyes, this person is. Lord Luo's eyes were cold. Just when he was about to be afraid of Qin Feng's flattery, Qin Feng interrupted him. This fellow Taoist is low-key. You must be low-key as a person. Qin Feng smiled faintly, with a look on his face that didn't want to attract attention at all. When Venerable Luo heard this, he looked slightly stunned for a moment. In his opinion, Qin Feng didn't seem to be such a person. Could he have guessed wrong? The young man in front of him was exploring the secret realm alone with many beauties. Not to mention the numerous crises, it was difficult not to attract attention with so many beauties. There was no hint of low-key appearance. But since Qin Feng said this, he couldn't directly refute the other party's face, so he now respectfully saluted Qin Feng, and then ordered someone to invite Qin Feng into the secret realm. On the spot, countless monks looked at each other in confusion. Everyone knew that the middle-aged man who was slapped just now was a master of a great religion. Many people have been slaughtered by these people, and they all dare to get angry but dare not speak out. However, a group of powerful people from the ancient family have already entered the secret realm in advance. Therefore, although some of the monks who came here later were not ordinary people, they still could not compare with these people, and they could only suffer the loss of being dumb. As for a holy place like Luo Pavilion, it was already extremely famous. Even if they were lent some courage, they would not dare to threaten the monks of Luo Pavilion. And Qin Feng, the new faces in Yanbei, are very far away from here, so it is inevitable that they don't know each other. But what surprised people was that the elder of Luo Pavilion actually beat the monk staggering for the sake of this young man, which shocked them all. Countless monks were speculating on who the young man in front of them was. As Qin Feng and the others disappeared into the secret realm, and after the people from Luo Pavilion left, people also learned from the talking monks that the person who entered the secret realm was actually Bai Ye, the holy son of the White Tiger Holy Land. This scene really shocked people. No wonder the venerable Luo Pavilion would be so respectful to this young man. You must know that although Luo Pavilion is also the Nanling Holy Land, among the ancient holy lands, the strength of Luo Pavilion cannot be compared with that of the White Tiger Holy Land. The White Tiger Holy Land is one of the top holy lands among the ancient holy lands, while the Fire Li Pavilion is only in the upper middle. Therefore, it is reasonable for the venerable of the Fire Li Pavilion to be so respectful to the holy son of the White Tiger Holy Land. In the eyes of shock and admiration, Qin Feng led everyone into the first level of the secret realm. However, the monks who were ready to kill Qin Feng were very confused. Because they knew that before this, the holy son of the White Tiger Holy Land led people into the secret realm. And the young monk who just left, no matter how you look at it, does not look like Bai Ye, the holy son of the White Tiger Holy Land. Therefore, this scene made them extremely confused. Whether it is the White Fox Holy Land or the East Region Holy Land, they have all learned about the monks of these holy lands and great sects. This time, in order to earn some cultivation resources here, they have made sufficient preparations, and they have studied the holy lands and great sects in these two regions. Whether it was looking down or looking at their appearance, they had done enough and were fully prepared. The young people who had just left were not from the White Tiger Holy Land. Therefore, an idea arose in their minds, seeing the other party, was he pretending to be from the White Tiger Holy Land?